Okay, we are now solving the first question in the user-defined function. The question says write a program in Java using a method discount. So read this very carefully and don't come to any decision before you read at least one sentence. Okay, to calculate a single discount or a successive discount. So it tells that there can be more than one discount, single, double or triple or more. You'll have to use overloaded methods and it has listed out discount, discount, discount. The difference is they have the different number of parameters. The function name or the method name is same in all three. That's why it is called overloaded. Okay. So you have to calculate a single discount or successive discount respectively. Now you'll have to calculate and display the amount to be paid by the customer after getting discounts on the printed price of an article. So you have to display how much he gets in the first discount or second or third discount. You have to display that. So he's given a sample input. So we'll use this value 1200. Okay. And there is a successive discount of 10 and 8%. That means when the 12,000, sorry, there's a 12,000 is the amount. So what you do, the way you calculate the discount is, what's the discount for the first discount? Let me call it first discount. Okay, is equal to 12,000 into 10 divided by 100, right? Which is equal to 1200. Right, this is what the 1200 is. This 1200 is what you see here, this one. So this is the price, the discounted price, okay, is what you get is at 10,800. Then he goes on and applies a second discount. Second discount is 10,800. On this value you will apply the second discount into 8 by 100, which is 864. Then the discounted price, the second discounted price is 10,800 minus 864. Amount to be paid is 9936, which is the difference here. Now whenever you get this problem, first read it, but in a hurry you may want to write a code which is something like this. Don't try to do that. Okay, first thing you should do is take a rough paper, like you do any calculations, right? So you have to do something like that, do some calculation, or if, like you do in maths. So by this time you have understood this part, so let's save time on this. Now what you need to do is you have to write some code. So let's write some code. We'll say that, okay, we'll call it a function. Let's call it fn. And that function should be defined as whatever is the function. Let's name it discount. Okay, we'll call it d. Function is defined at d and it will take one parameter. But it looks like, can you calculate discount on something without knowing the price? Suppose I don't tell you 1200, I only tell you 10. You cannot calculate the discount. So even though the question says that it is overloaded by taking int, it is talking about the first parameter is the discount. So you will actually have to pass both price and discount. I agree, you may be thinking that this is not fair, the question should have been clear. I agree, it should have been clear. But because it is not clear, we'll go ahead and make an assumption. So when you have this function, you take two parameters. What do you think is your second function will be? When you get a discount, overloaded function, it will be fn. It will still be called discount, right? We'll write a full name discount. Because I'm doing a rough one, I'm just trying to build a concept. I'm not wasting time writing it syntactically correct. So then you'll have discount 1, discount 2, right? So this is discount 1, this is discount 2. This is how you will go ahead. This is the function. You just write fn discount and this is how it works. And then you don't have to work on the third one, right? Don't work on the third one right now. So when you have to forget the first discount, you should actually calculate the discount value, right? How much is the discount value? The discount, let us call it the FD. The first discount is P into D by 100, right? So if you do P minus P into D by 100, this is not the discount, this is the selling price, right? So discounted price, let us call it discounted price. We call it discounted price 1. Suppose you have to do it for the second time. So you use the same formula. So this line that you have written, you should write in the second function also. Let me put this into braces so that I understand that the first function has ended. I'm going to put it here. The second function begins. Now this is not Java syntax. This is thinking. This is the pseudocode. So you write the same thing here, right? So you will get the discounted price 1 is equal to P minus P into D1. This time we'll call it D1 by 100, right? And then if it is third discount, well, I have not yet finished this one. Let me finish this one. DP2, discount price 2 will be DP1, okay? Instead of price, now we'll write DP1 minus this price is DP1. You may be thinking why it is so, because look at this. After you get the value 10,800, the second discount you calculate on 10,800 into 8. So this is my DP1, right? The first discounted price. So DP1 into D1 by 100. Then probably I'll have to take DP2 minus DP2 into D2 by 100. So this is my thought. So first you get the mathematical thing on your mind clear. So there is a concept called pseudo code, and I have written it for you. This pseudo code is it's here. Even though I have written it very clearly for you to understand, this is not how you will be doing in your exam or when you're writing a program. You will probably think like this. Instead of writing like this, you can be a little more clearer than what I've done here. You can say that there's a function discount. It will take two parameters, price and discount. Okay, and then you get a discounted price, which will be the first discounted price. Price minus this formula. So this is clear. So when somebody is getting only one discount, okay, a single discount, this is what will be called, right? That means in your main program, when you're getting a single discount of 10%, you're going to call discount with two parameters, right? And whatever amount you get, you print it as it is. So this is the thought you have in your mind. So before you actually write the code like this one, I would suggest that take a two-step. First, get the formula right. And then even in your rough space without the syntax, go ahead and write this. Once you write this part, it will be very clear because you'll be thinking on what should be returned. Okay, you're not thinking of the Java syntax. You're not thinking of those braces, brackets, and semicolons. You're not thinking of that. So this is what the approach we'll be taking in all the user-defined functions that we are going to talk in this series. Because this is the first video and you're looking at the pseudocode that I'm suggesting for the first time, this video is longer. Next time we'll not talk of how to write pseudocode. Okay, so let's go ahead. So you're thinking of the first discount, you write it clearly here, your thoughts become very clear. Then when you write the second one with three parameters, it becomes very clear that the first discount, the code is conceptually same. You look at this part of the code, okay? This part and the one here are similar. Except that you take the D1 and here discount is the discount 1 itself. So you don't have to think of it. Here you call it discount 1. Once you get this first discount, that is going to be the price, right? Why is it so? Because you get the discount and you get the discounted price 10,800. In the second discount, that is the price. So that's why in the second discount, I'm going to use this variable first discount. I'm not going to use the price again. This is one common mistake that generally students do. Don't do that. Go ahead and write this. Go ahead and write the first discount, okay, and use that. Get the final price. This is so when you have two discounts. When you have three discounts, instead of stopping at the first discount, you go to the second discount and then come at the final price. Now, just as first discount was used as a price and you got the second discount should also be used as the price when you're giving a third discount. And you call it the final price, you return it. Having this thing on mind and even written, scribble somewhere, take an extra sheet and write it on that, okay? And then translate this, because when you're writing the code, syntax matters. If you make an error, you have to erase the line because you don't want to think logically when you're writing the syntax. You just have to think of the syntax. Your logic thinking is done here. So always, because it's definitely these questions have carried good number of marks, 10, 15 marks in an exam. So give it adequate time. First write the logic, think of the flow, then go and write the syntax, right? Logic, flow, and the syntax. So flow is the pseudocode. Now when the pseudocode is done, now let us translate to the Java code. In Java code, we will always have a function or the class name. Okay, we'll have a class name. Sorry, you have a public class name. It begins here and it will end at the bottom. Okay, line number 35. You see that yellow color in my case, right? Within that, we are going to define three methods. We just write publish static double discount. Take care that it is going to return double. Every time it is going to return. So you have a double here. We didn't think of this here, right? We didn't think of what type is going to be returned. Here we are thinking. So you're saying that it is a public method, it is static, it is double, and discount. These things are default, and you should go ahead and write by default in all your code until there is a special case. Now, once that is done, you have 4 parameters in this. All these are returning. Now it is very clear that in my first code, I'm going to call this and I'm going to label it first discount. So this is my single discount. I'm going to say that, okay, I'm going to print single discount x. So ignore this part x colon. Okay, my editor is smarter than what I want. Okay, it is just trying to give you some hint on this. Okay, leave that. Then you say that you're going to print out and it will come as a label. Why are you doing that? Because you want to tell on printout how it should look, because you're going to call this function 3 times, right? We're going to call it 3 times. Look at this code. We are going to call it 3 times. First in the single discount, then is a 2 discount. Okay, you have successive discount 2, right? We are calling it successive discounts 10%, 8%, and third one is not given in the example. Okay, so in the question, so you can give 10%, 8%, or 5. 5 is easier to calculate, so I took 5. So this is the 3 discount prices. So you call discount, and let me remove that so that you can see it. Okay, you call discount and you have discount 1, discount 2, discount 3. Now these extras don't care about, the gray color one, you don't think of it. This is my editor that is trying to help me with the code, right? You don't have to write like this, the gray color part, and that will run. Okay, right, let me run this code. Oh, I forgot to mention that you have to initialize the printed price as 12,000 in the beginning. Now, right, let me run it. I'll compile it. Java, you give it the right, no errors, good. Java discounted plus. Okay, there it is. Right, and that's why you wrote double. Look at this. That's all. Thank you. Let's move on to the next one.